Good afternoon. My name is Jeff Reeves, Director of Safety with Fortune Transportation, back again here today. And today I'm talking with Josh Dirksen. He's Driver Manager of Fortune Transportation. Excuse me, with Fortune Transportation. And so Josh, you're based here out of the Windham Terminal.
Correct.
And how long have you been in the area and lived in the area and worked for the company?
I've lived in Windham, grew up here pretty much all my life. Been around Fortune for about a decade now.
Okay.
Yep.
And what did you do before you moved into the office and worked in dispatch?
I was actually a driver. I used to drive. I think I put down about 700,000 miles before I even had the opportunity to trade the steering wheel for a desk.
Okay. All right. And how is that time going so far for you?
It's definitely a challenge. There's something new every single day that I'm learning. It's something that can take many, many years more to fully get a grip on.
Okay. Good. So why is safety in itself important to you?
Safety is important to me. Having previously driven, I understand some of the hardships and challenges that exist for the drivers. So safety is important for me in seeing my drivers get home safely, that they're within their hours of service, that they're not pushing themselves too hard, there are no unreasonable expectations with them, with their workloads and things like that.
Okay, good. And what do you do as a part of your daily function to ensure your fleet is working as safely as they can?
Communication is probably the biggest thing. Making sure I'm calling my drivers, making sure that they understand what they're doing, what's coming up ahead, so they have an idea how to plan themselves. Another big one, obviously, is making sure guys are getting home. Guys that stay out for long periods of time don't get home. They're stressed out. Their minds are not necessarily on their jobs at that point in time. So I think those are important factors that I look to when I communicate with my drivers to make sure that their heads are in the right places.
Sure. So proper rest and turning over
Correct.
and those sort of things. So good. And so is there anything else that you think you can individually do better in terms of safety to promote those safety objectives?
There's always room for improvement when it comes to safety, be it in regards to more communication, clear communication, asking questions that aren't getting asked sometimes, things that get overlooked. Those are mostly the biggest ones I can think of.
Okay, good. And have you ever had a single event that occurred to you, whether it be in the office or with one of your drivers or you personally, that maybe changed your view on safety?
Yes, actually. When I used to drive, when it comes to planning and knowing where I'm understanding what I'm doing, where I'm going, there was one time I did put myself in an uncomfortable position that compromised the safety of my load and my truck and potentially my job. And I was trusting my GPS unit, just watching that, going by that as if that was law, not looking ahead to see where I was actually going, and it put me in a very uncomfortable position where I had compromised my load, my truck, my job, and everything. It was not a fun time.
Okay. Well, very good. Well, we're glad that nothing serious happened out of it. And,
I got very lucky.
And I talk oftentimes about running on luck is one of the big topics that I talk about in my orientation and with other drivers, and we all teeter on that running on luck, empty, even our personal lives, our professional lives, everything. So that's good that you bring that up, that we had that point of it didn't go to empty, so
Yeah.
we're good, right? So, all right, well, thanks a lot, Josh, for your time today. And,
Thank you.
And whatever you can do, whatever suggestions you may have, please feel free to come to me anytime.
Absolutely.
All right.